Okay, hello everyone. This is Christina from Speak English with Christina. And today I am here with Nilgun, who has just finished 3 months in the Master Real American English program. Nilgun, I'm very excited to say congratulations for finishing your program, and just also for you to share a little bit of the experience with others. So to start, maybe you could just tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm Nilgun. I'm originally from Turkey, and I moved to Chicago about a year ago. And then I'm trying to get used to the culture and language here. And this is why I started to work with Christina in order to improve my language and try to get used to the culture.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, sure. And so, before you started the program, for you living in the US and with the culture and the language, what was the difficulty or the challenge that you faced about 3 months ago?
So one challenge was native speakers didn't really understand me, and they were surprised to hear my accent.
Mm-hmm.
And I had some kind of communication problems. And second, group settings was always very challenging.
Mm.
I had a hard time understanding them or participating in the group settings. So these were the most two important challenges I had before participating.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Right. So, when you were looking at, I guess, the content or the format of the Master Real American English program, what made the program attractive for you?
So I was actually going over your YouTube videos,
Mm-hmm.
and then I really thought what you described was really fitting in my situation.
Yeah.
So I was curious to see, how it goes with you working with you.
Okay. All right. Great. Yeah. And maybe, for students who are kind of in the same situation as you, could you maybe describe what it was like going through the program from a student's perspective?
So we had 3 months, and we started. So we have weekly meetings, one a group meeting,
Mm-hmm.
one a personal meeting with my individual coach, and so what was it like?
Let's see, what did we have? Because it's a lot of stuff in this program. So let's what did you? We had you had your individual session with the teacher, so 30 minutes. Well, who was your teacher?
Ben was
Ben.
it.
Okay, you're Ben. Then you had the 1 hour the group coaching session every week.
Mm-hmm.
Then the fluency club, so the conversation practice,
Mm-hmm.
and then the online course Understand Real American English.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think you also were working with a book about pronunciation as well.
Pronunciation as well, yeah. So there was lots of things going on.
Yeah.
And so actually it was individual coaching. It was more concentrated on accent, and sometimes group coaching as well.
Mm-hmm.
And how did it feel like? So I think it really helps to know that I have a session the other day or twice in the week, so that I feel compelled to work and be prepared for those sessions, so that I can program myself. And it's if it was just me, I may think, just be compelled with something else, just do something else, watch some movie or TV series.
Yeah.
But now I know of a session, I just feel more responsible to take my work to the session, and then we can talk about it now.
Yeah, and I think a lot of students they say the same thing. They're like, I know I have an appointment with my teacher or my coach, which means I have to prepare the session, so I do the homework. And I guess it's a good structure, to force you to find the time to do it. Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay. And so what was maybe part of the program that you appreciated the most?
Um, I mean, I appreciate a lot of things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, I really liked working with Ben.
Mm,
He was very patient with me, and
yeah,
then and he's a great speaker. You know, I really admired like the way he speaks, and then I had really fun time with him, and I
yeah.
learned a lot of things from him. And yeah, this was like one of the things I really liked about.
Yeah, just having that, I guess, that individual session. And
Yeah,
then, yeah, Ben's a, fantastic
he's
person.
a great
Yeah,
guy.
he's really nice. Yeah. Okay, great, great. And so I guess now after the 3 months, like, how do you feel, if we compare before you started the program and now that you've finished, like, what's the change or the difference?
Uh, I mean, I definitely feel more confident. And so, first thing, I wanted to learn what I was doing wrong and how to
Mm-hmm.
fix it.
Mm,
And I can definitely say I learned a lot of things about the things I do wrong with my accent.
mm-hmm.
I will be, and I'm still working on to fix them. But it was really important for me because before I had no idea.
Right.
And then second thing is how I learned to stay calm and then try to slow down and try to articulate. And I mean, so when you have anxiety, you just stop thinking.
Yeah.
And instead, I just calm down and start thinking and then slow down. These things really help you to cope with anxiety or being excited when you're talking with someone and then you're not.
Mm. Right. Yeah. Just like to remember, like, hey, calm down. It's all going to be okay. And then it is okay. So,
Yeah.
yeah, right. Okay. And I guess the final question would be, for someone who is maybe considering joining the program, is there anything that you would say to them about the program, about making the decision, anything like that?
So I would definitely advise them to participate in this program, but make sure you schedule your time
Mm,
to get prepared for the
yeah.
sessions
Yeah.
because like most of the learning is not within the sessions. Most of the learning is like before or after the sessions, and you
Yeah.
just bring the questions there, and then it's definitely helpful, and you can proceed by only your own working, but
Mm-hmm.
it will help you like definitely, and
Yeah.
then this way it works.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that is really good advice because I think a lot of people, they think that the work happens during the time with the teacher, and the work does happen, but the big results come from the work that you do.
Because when we are young, we go to school and we learn there. But now this is not like that. I think this is like more you learn yourself, but then you need coaching and help from coaches like you, and then it's how it works.
That's a good way to describe, because it's really like we're here, to point out what you need to do, to give you the resources, to guide you and correct you, and tell you, like you said, tell you what you're doing wrong so you can go and fix it. But
And those
then
things you cannot do yourself.
mm,
Those things you cannot, like as a student, you cannot do yourself. You definitely need this type of coaching.
yeah.
You have to work yourself because it's really hard, and you cannot fix it in half an hour or like 1 hour a week. It's a bigger problem.
Yeah, exactly. You need like that outside intervention to help you, but then you have to go and apply it in the real world, let's say, to make the change. Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you very much, Nilgun. Again, congratulations on finishing up the program, and thank you for sharing your experience with us. Thanks.
Thank you as well.